initially teaching me something, which is already done to get me on the path, it's pretty much up to me, because we're talking about the only person that has a path to your soul is yourself. So the whole notion that you gotta work with somebody else is not necessarily the end all and be all in the first place. You see what I'm saying? So my point here is it doesn't really matter if you can't find nobody. It just only matters if you already there. I mean, if you already gonna do it for yourself, then it's futile to even think about whether you got a bunch of front niggas and all that kind of thing here, because ultimately you're gonna only have to do it by yourself anyway. Right, so I'm just saying, so my point is you just answered your question. You just answered your question. No, you know that. Because ultimately,
millions of users trust text now to keep them connected. Get unlimited nationwide.
Because ultimately, if it was that way, I mean, you would be in some type of religion or somewhere. But because you're in the metaphysics and it's talking about inwardly, then ultimately it's going to have to be you. You see what I'm saying? It's the same thing. It even showed you. Now, hell, you saw the movie Matrix. He had an excellent teacher. Morpheus and all them. Hell, they pumped all that knowledge in his damn head overnight with them damn 10 hours straight. He's still going. And he had everything, but he said, listen, I can take you to the door, but you're going to have to walk the door. So ultimately, why even bullshit around? Why even trying to get some organization when ultimately you're going to have to walk the path? Because the simple fact that we know this right now, we can start an organization right now, and the goals and the objectives up in here will be fine. Everybody up in here will be right. But over the course of the damn weeks, you understand what I'm saying? We'll have 400 Indian chiefs. You see what I'm saying? 1 or 2 Indians following, or we'll have all Indians or 1 Indian chief. You see what I'm saying? Ultimately, it's going to have to be up to the individual. Up to the individual. That's why I was very clear in my career of doing this to not let nobody follow me. You see what I'm saying? So my point is just look at me. I'm not depending on no other motherfucker to give me no damn knowledge. God knows I got enough of it. I'm in here lecturing to you. And I'm saying I deal with people every day, and I don't shut myself off from the people. Because I don't shut myself off from the people. But my point is, on the other hand, too, I deal with them every day, but I understand that it's going to be that way. Plus, you must understand this here, too. You must understand the conditions that we're working from. We're working from a prison cell. If you're working from the maximum security prison, then you automatically know that it don't supposed to be a utopia. And I'm saying in one hand, and I'm saying what I'm trying to say is that on the other hand, for you even dwelling on that and all, I think that's something, that's a bridge you got to get across, get over. Oh, I see what you're saying, yeah. I get where you're coming from, because I get where you're coming from. I get where you're coming from. I see what you're doing. You're making a response based on age-old fact in most cities now. Age-old fact in most cities now. And every 5 minutes there's somebody new popping up. Now they got one guy, he's down in Atlanta and he's doing whole foods, live foods. And that's all well based on the diet thing and all. But now I've seen a man 60. And his whole concept of everything that he's thinking about now is based on this goddamn nigga he just met. Everything that his whole world is based around this nigga when selling the live, doing the whole foods and the live foods, and you gotta get this here and you gotta do all this here and all, and the live foods and sister, it's imperative that you give me sex so you can be spiritually opened up. And all that crazy shit, we get it every 5 fucking damn years or some asshole out here exploiting people. But yet this guy is in his 60s, and he's gone to this guy, and his whole concept is centered around this guy. And before that, he told me he was in the Nation of y'all, first of all, the only master there is, when you just look at the concept, it's an oxymoron to go to a master when the word itself means that you have to master self. So he might very well be his own master, or claiming to be, but he can't be your master because he does not have access to master yourself. Because we don't know what ulterior motives is. It's just like my sister-in-law was all down with it. She would talk all this stuff. She would talk about all the Uncle Tom niggas and everything else. You know what I'm saying? Night and day, her husband would argue Christians down. But when push come to shove, her ass went back and joined that church. You see what I'm saying? So ultimately, you don't know what is in somebody's mind. You know that right now. You live with a person for 40 years, husband and wife, and wake up and don't even know the nigga. Shoot, you don't even know the woman. You know what I'm saying? You never knew that they was thinking that. So ultimately, you don't know somebody's mind, so therefore the only person that can be mastered is self. Is self. And yes, each city, but then again, on the other hand, that's a given. Because each major city and country town gonna have somebody that everybody is focusing around and saying, this is the one. He is the one. She's the one. But I thought that the majority of these lectures focused on people who was trying to understand in actuality that they are the one, or you should be. You understand what I'm saying? So even that, when it even comes to that level, that's even feud out about all these niggas. Because it's not just Detroit. It's New York. It's Atlanta. You see what I'm saying? It's Chicago. When I went to Chicago, hell, they had everybody up in the lecture had some master. And the guy said, look, Chicago will be like any other place you ever went to. He said, everybody up in here is following some damn body. You see what I'm saying? Following somebody. You see? So, yeah, that's a given. But the only master, there's no such thing as no guru master. How the hell do we have a guru over in India and they got niggas on the street in Bangladesh and shit begging for damn, not quarters, begging for damn bicycle spokes or something. Eating rats. What's that, sister?
Okay, guys, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. You can help increase your credit score